I'm here to introduce Xyrus Molina. Xyrus Molina is gracious enough to be one of our speaker today in our virtual college chat series. He was a student in Torrance Adult School and graduated in 2019, and he's here to tell you about his journey at the Torrance Adult School and where he is now. So with great pleasure, I would like to introduce Xyrus Molina. Go ahead, Xyrus.
Hey guys, welcome to this first virtual college chat series. So I'm so happy to be able to share some of my experiences with you guys. I know a lot of you were students from Torrance Adult School, so I hope I could meet you guys pretty soon. So let's get started.
Okay. Okay, 1 second.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you guys for coming. Welcome to the college chat series. Next, please.
Okay.
So before anything else and before I proceed with my talk, I would like to give you guys something to reflect on while we were conducting this topic. So a goal without a plan is just a wish. So I would like to inculcate with you guys that there's a difference between desires and a goal. So any one of us could desire to have a family, live abroad, or I don't know, maybe own an elephant or something. But desires are achievable, but you don't have a total power over attaining them. But a goal is something that you have alone can accomplish, and outside factors will not affect that outcome. So always remember, whatever the career you're trying to pursue, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Next, please. So this will be my talking points for today. Of course, you would like to know a little bit of information about me, so I will introduce myself in a bit. My positive experiences at Torrance Adult School. I will be going to talk about the classes, teachers, the environment, and others, and what made me choose to have Torrance Adult School as a part of my career education, and my college application and my transition from adult school to college. So since some of you guys will graduate, I would say this year or probably next year. So I will be giving you guys some advices on how to apply for college and what would you do to make that, smooth sailing. The next advice for students to stay motivated, especially that we are currently having this pandemic. So I want to give you some words of encouragement in order for us to continue on what goal we're trying to pursue. And lastly, Q&A, like question and answer. I will be more than happy to answer some of your questions if you guys have some in the end. Next, please. So who am I? So I'm sorry if this is, a little bit vague for you guys, but I was born and raised in the Philippines. My nationality is Filipino. I am a Filipino born and raised. So languages, I speak fluent Tagalog, and I was able to speak English as well because in the Philippines, we used to have those English courses. So it's not new to us to speak in English wherever we are. So year of migration, I migrated here last August 1st, 2018. So that was the time when, that was the time when I thought of myself if I will stay here longer, if I will be able to cope up with a lot of traditions, because in the Philippines and United States, it's pretty much it's pretty much the same thing when it comes to I would say environment, especially here in Carson, but more of tradition, values, it's completely different. And I'm currently from City of Carson, and my desired career is to be a nurse in the future. So as what Veronica told you guys a while ago, I'm a graduate of Torrance Adult School with a 4.0 GPA. And currently I'm a student at Los Angeles Harbor College, aiming to have my associate degree in math and natural sciences. And my work experience, before I just basically I just quit this job 2 weeks ago. I am a shift manager at El Pollo Loco in Carson, and currently I'm working as a caregiver to developmentally disabled residents, and I'm a sales associate at Staples as well. So as a matter of fact, I'm actually at work right now. So I take care of 4 developmentally disabled patients. One of them has dementia, one of them has Down syndrome, one of them has a lot of mentally disabled patients. And recently, I got a new part-time job at Staples to be a sales associate. Next. All right, so I'm so excited to tell you guys about my Torrance Adult School journey. So this picture right here represents or depicts the summary of my journey. So the first picture, as you can see, is Veronica making my educational plan for the, I would say, entire year, and for me to be able to get my high school diploma pretty soon. So that was actually the first day. I came September 11th of the year 2018. So I got here in the United States August 1st, and after like 1 month, I ventured myself finding the right school for me. So let me tell you guys a story. So I got here. I was 18 years old, and nobody of the schools accepted me. I tried to enroll at Carson High School, but they were not able to accept me because I was overage. I was already 18, and I went to Torrance to apply at Torrance High School. Same thing. They didn't able to accept my application because I was already 18 that time. So one of the I believe that was the school principal. I spoke with him, and he told me, there's an adult center here in Torrance. You could go ahead and try to apply and see how it goes. So I went straight to Torrance Adult School, met Veronica, and I was so happy. I'm a Torrance Adult School graduate.
Hello, Cyrus. Okay, so Cyrus froze just for a little bit. So while he's getting his connection back, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this slide. So as Cyrus mentioned, this was his first day at the Torrance Adult School, and when you are considering getting your high school diploma or preparing for the GED exam, you meet with the counselor, and the counselor creates an academic contract. So the academic contract is what you see in the middle. His plan was, his long-term career goal was to go into nursing. So we created a plan for him, and the plan involved him preparing for the equivalency exam. The high school equivalency exam, he prepared for the HiSET exam. The HiSET exam at the time, his reading level was, reading comprehension level was at a level 6. And you need to be a little bit higher, 7 or 8, to be able to just get into the classes to prepare for the high school equivalency exam, GED or HiSET. He started off in reading skills 3, reading skills 4, and then he went into preparing for the math portion of the high school equivalency exam. After that, he also brought in his transcripts from the Philippines. When he brought in his transcripts from the Philippines, I was able to apply credits toward his diploma along with what we call competency credits. When you pass the GED or the HiSET exam, we add all those credits to a transcript, and the remaining classes that he needed was Algebra B, U.S. Government, U.S. History B, Health, CPR, and First Aid is what we take in lieu of a 5-credit health class. So when you meet with me, you can have conversations about your goal. You can have conversations about what classes you are going to need. It's very important for me to know your goal in order for us to make the right plan for you. Liliana, I thought I saw Xyrus coming back. Did he come back yet, or?
Yes, he's on. He's just connecting. Just give him a minute to reconnect.
Okay. So as you see here, I put fast track because he actually, since he recently came from the Philippines and recently was out of his high school, his skills in math and even in English were still top notch in the sense that, you know, he didn't have a gap in his learning. So he was able to just jump right in and move very quickly through these classes. He, I believe that he didn't even need to, he didn't complete reading skills all because he was just moving so quickly. His level just, sometimes initially when you take the exam to go into the Torrance Adult School, it might be, you might be nervous and your score might be a little bit lower than what you can actually do. But once you're in the classroom, the teachers can assess if you can move faster or not, depending on how much effort you're putting in and how much you're absorbing of the information. So that was his case. He moved very quickly, and as you can see, he did all these classes in a matter of, he started September 11th and he graduated in June 2019. So in a matter of what, we have 3 terms. We have the spring term, the winter, I'm sorry, he started in the fall term. We have our winter term and we have our spring term. Each term is 3 months each. So in a matter of 9 months, he was able to complete his high school diploma. Now, I would say he was very much an overachiever, taking on many classes at once and devoting the time. So obviously he was 18 years old and he doesn't have a family like some of our students have. But he was working during this time. So he was able to complete his high school diploma in a matter of 9 months, basically. Let's see. Xyrus, are you on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. My Wi-Fi glitched for some reason. So yeah, I have got my diploma in the span of 9 months because in every semester I was taking advantage of taking maximum units. Like I remember the time that I got enrolled at Torrance Adult School, I was taking already 4 classes. I was taking reading skills of 3. I have Algebra A, and I have my both US history classes online. I have my US government and US history. So I was taking, I would say, 12 units, like a full-time college student. So yeah, next slide. All right, so what made me decide to choose Torrance Adult School? So, all right, so the first day of college experience, our professor asked me, what school did you graduate from? And I was like, Torrance Adult School in Torrance in Torrance, city of Torrance. So what made you decide to choose Torrance Adult School? Are you a high school dropout? I was like, no, because I'm from the Philippines. None of the schools accepted me. That's why I ended up to a adult center, which I have no regrets at all. No regrets at all. And I just tell them this. I chose Torrance Adult School because it helped me finish my education and take note in a span of 9 months, continue my education, which is the college career, and better myself. This institution does nothing but good things. I love Torrance Adult School. They offer a lot of resources in order for me to achieve my goal in the future. Because I'm not I'm not wealthy enough to be able to have that all the resources, I don't have that money to buy all these books, but Torrance Adult School helped me to have those resources in front of me. All I have to do is to grab them, open the book, pass the test, and yeah, get my diploma. Next, please. All right, so what was my experience at Torrance Adult School like as a high school diploma student? So my whole journey at Torrance Adult School taught me how to make smart decisions and that I can become anything I want. So I don't have any idea of how Adult Center works here in the United States before. So I went to the class and I was like, why? Okay, I will be honest with you guys. This is the first question that came up to my mind. So why are my classmates, are older than me? And I asked Veronica about it, and she told me that most of the students are 30s above, 25, and those students are trying to pursue something and get that high school diploma that they were not able to do in the past. And my mind were completely cleared, and I understand how it goes. And I was able to be patient because I was the youngest at my classroom that time. I was taking Algebra A with Mr. C that time, and most of my classmates were 30s, 40s, and I was the little tutor of Mr. C. And sometimes when it gets pretty busy, you can ask Xyrus about that question in all humility. Next, please. All right, so this is my Torrance Adult School family right here. So this one, we were walking at the mall, at the Amo Mall. And that was actually my first week at Torrance Adult School. And these three ladies right here, I've met them at Torrance Adult School in Miss Sharon's class. So we were walking at the mall trying to get something to eat. And we saw this little tarpaulin like right here. And we decided to take a picture with it. And we'll be the next Torrance Adult School, I would say, endorsers. We will be seeing our faces on those brochures that the Torrance Adult School usually give to their students. And this one on the middle, this was actually our Christmas party last December 2018, I believe. And this one, the group picture on the top right, this was the Algebra A family with Mr. C. So I would say we were 10 that time. We were 10 people in that class. Some of them are absent. And the one at the bottom were the reading. That was also a Christmas party. I mean, no, not Christmas party. 1 week before a Christmas party. That one with the Santa Claus hat, wearing the Santa Claus gown, was Mr. Patrick and Miss Brittany and some of the teaching assistant personnel. So I had so much fun. And this one in the middle bottom of the PowerPoint presentation, I was with Mr. C. That was my last day in Algebra B. So I was trying to help a lot of students pass that class because Mr. C was very good, very, very good teacher. He manages to work with my schedule. Like, Xyrus, are you available this time to teach some of your classmates? And we went from there. So this is my Torrance Adult School family right here, of course, with Miss Veronica, with Miss Liliana. Miss Liliana is one of our one of the support group from when we have the school fairs, when we went to El Camino College, Los Angeles Harbor College to venture some of the careers that we're trying to pursue in the future. So next, please. And yes, finally last June 2019, I was able to graduate and get my high school diploma and high school diploma. So I was with Mr. Patrick, with Miss Mercy, with our math teacher, with Mr. C, and Miss Veronica. I wasn't able to have the chance to take pictures for all of the faculty and the staff of Torrance Adult School because, that was a very exciting part of our journey as Torrance Adult School, being able to get that diploma on hand and being able to come up on stage. And I was able to receive a scholarship grant too from Torrance Adult School. I have received this amount which I consumed on my books on my first semester at my college. Next. So where am I right now and my transition into college? So I would say the transition wasn't easy, but definitely manageable. Some of the students I have experienced, I would say, being underestimated because I am from adult school. A lot of students would ask me, what school did you graduate from? I would say Torrance Adult School. And where is that at? I would say in Torrance. They didn't know the place, but I was able to introduce them. Like, this place is a very good avenue for those students who were not able to get their diploma in, I would say, their plans. But yeah, with all humility and proudness for myself, I was able to proudly say that I'm a Torrance Adult School graduate. I started fall of 2019 as what I've told you guys a while ago. I started have this 12 units. This is full-time, a college full-time student, and we're currently in fall 2020 taking 13 units. And next year I will gonna get my associate degree in math and natural sciences, and I will graduate spring of 2021. I'm also an honors transfer student and LA Promise student. So being able to be an honors transfer student, it actually gives you an opportunity to be able to be on top between all of those other students. You're actually being prioritized, and your high chances of being able to transfer to a college institution is having that high chance of transferring. And I'm also an LA Promise student. For 2 years, I'm not paying any tuition. All classes are free, and I'm receiving Pell Grants every semester that really helped me to be used on transportation purposes, book purchases, and all that. Next, please. All right, so I will give you guys some steps in order for you guys to have this idea on how to apply for college and what steps I took that made me who I am today. So the first thing I did was, of course, high school completion at Torrance Adult School. I was able to get my diploma. And after that, I was able to start college application. So just a reminder, choose a college that you really want. Choose a college that you really want. So I remember my mom told me, I want you to enroll at University of Southern California. And I was like, that was so expensive. Why would I take some of my classes at USC if I could just take it at LA Harbor, which is free basically? So I made a smart decision on my mind. No, I will not gonna follow what you want. I will follow what I really want. So I went straight to LA Harbor, go ahead and applied, enrolled, and it's free. I'm not paying anything. So after that, I went to Financial Aid Center and apply for financial aid. So qualified students get Pell Grants and free tuition, which I did qualified, so I'm not paying anything. And usually every semester I'm getting Pell Grants. I'm wanting some like $700 or $800, but that's a big thing. I usually consume that on buying my books, transportation, any educational supplies, and others. So after applying for financial aid, so welcome to your chosen school. So I would say on my part, welcome to Los Angeles Harbor College. So take your classes, do your best. Connection is important. Don't freak out and choose your major wisely. So on this moment of time, if you are trying to get your high school diploma, it's normal for you to doesn't have that major in mind. But as you are moving on your college career while you were taking all of those classes, you will eventually realize that, oh, I want to be a business student. I love science. I want to be a doctor. I love math. I want to be a math teacher. And connection is important. So please, 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 if you could just go ahead and make connection between all of your professors, be nice to them, ask them questions because they were experts. They've been through a lot. They were successful right now because of their choices that they've made in the past. So eventually you will be asking them about writing your recommendation letters, because after you get your associate's degree, of course, you will get your bachelor's degree if you aim so. So you will ask your professors to write something about you, something nice about you. So at the end of the day, just do your best. Don't freak out. I remember my first semester in college, I freaked out a lot. It was the most intimidating semester in my whole life because I ended up dropping this class because I have known that the professor is not that good enough in teaching us the right the right topics or the right concept of that class. So I ended up dropping it. So if you feel like you want to drop that class, go ahead and drop it. W is not good in your transcript, so just be mindful of that. You can drop a certain course within a specific date. So just make sure you dropped it before that before the drop dates had passed. So after that one, while I was taking my classes, I was taking advantage of any scholarship opportunities that may come my way. Some of the opportunities like $250, $500. So go ahead and apply. Take advantage in all of those. There's no harm on trying. And most of them were just essays like why are you trying to apply in this scholarship? Why are you deserving of this scholarship? So some of them I get accepted, I believe 2 scholarships amounting to $250, but that's something. And after that, next year, I will gonna get my associate's degree. I have completed 60 transferable units, and hopefully if everything gets back to normal, I will be able to graduate, in the gymnasium, not just online. Next, please. All right, so why nursing? Cyrus, what made you decide to choose nursing as a profession or as a career? So I wanted to do something in my career that is interesting and makes difference in people's lives daily. This is one of the most growing careers available today. So I just love helping people. That's why I'm a caregiver. I love helping them. I love assisting them. I wanna see smiles in their faces every time, some of them, a lot of them actually have these wounds, and I am here to take care of them, to let them healed. So I just love helping people in general. That's why I chose nursing as a desired career in the future. So do you have any questions, guys, about college that you would like to ask? Maybe later, huh? So just go ahead and skip that one, please. So what are my plans for the future? So right now, after I get my associate's degree in math and natural sciences, I will go ahead and apply at Harvard College to get my associate degree in nursing. And after that, I will do some volunteer works and internships. I'm planning to consult at Los Angeles Harbor Medical. LA Harbor Medical in Carson, to be able to have that experience of how is it working in a hospital. So after that, get my bachelor's degree of science in nursing. So I will try to get that in Cal State Long Beach. And after that, pass the NCLEX. Sorry, the C must be X. Sorry about that, typographical errors. Pass the NCLEX and get employed. So that's just my goal. So I will give you guys 5 things to stay motivated, especially right now that we are in pandemic. It's stressful, believe me. Especially, some of you guys might be taking a lot of online classes and at the same time working full time. So I just wanted to add, I'm a full-time student. I'm a full-time worker as well. I work 60 hours a day. I mean, not a day, 60 hours a week, 60. I work Monday to Friday, 8 hours, and Saturday, Sunday, sometimes 5, sometimes 8. It varies. So it's possible. If I can do it, you can do it. It's just having that proper mindset, proper vision. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it 100%. So I will go ahead and give you guys 5 tips in order for you to stay motivated. So first, pick one goal and start there. It can be intimidating to decide which goal to tackle first, so you simply have to pick one and start there. So this strategy will help you find your motivation eventually and may even inspire you to create new objectives for the future. So it's better to have to switch gears than wait to begin your journey to success. So always remember, you only have to pick one and start there. So, having a lot of goals, there's nothing wrong about dreaming something. But having a lot of goals can sometimes lead you to nowhere. So like, for example, your goal is to be a teacher, stick to that goal and eventually create your plan. If that plan doesn't work, only change your plan, but don't change the goal. All right? So the next one is share your goals with your loved ones. So this is very important. Some of us might be living alone. We don't have that family. We don't have that loved ones around us. We don't have that family. So when you tell your loved ones that you have a goal in mind, you automatically become more motivated to achieve it. So like, for example, my goal is to be a nurse and I tell my mom about it. So my mom will tell me, oh, go ahead, son. Go ahead and continue, do your best, pursue what's on your mind. I will be here to support you. So those words of encouragement means a lot. So I would say you automatically become more motivated when you achieve something. So that's because someone else is now able to measure your success. So the moment you share your goal with someone else, you immediately become more accountable. So always remember that. So the third one is surround yourself with other motivated individuals. So I am so grateful enough that I have met some few individuals who would really help me at Torrance Adult School. I was talking about my friends, of course. Faculty and staff of Torrance Adult School are always there to guide you. Their goal is to give you that success, to be able to see your name in those brochures, having that name. For example, Xyrus Molina graduate. So that's their goal, to be able to have that sense of accomplishment with you guys. But having that support group, having that right motivated individuals within your surrounding is very important as well. So I have just attended this talk with Hector Ruiz, one of the Hollywood actors, yesterday. And he told us that we have this circle of love. And that circle of love is those motivated individuals, those our loved ones who will continue to support at whatever, in every way possible. And we are the only one who will decide what kind of person or who will be going into that circle of love. So we need to make ourselves accountable with that. So spending time with people who inspire you will work wonders for your motivation. If you're trying to quit smoking, like for example, if you're trying to quit smoking, so do you surround yourself with a bunch of smokers? Of course not, right? You become friends with non-smokers, so you're able to overcome your addiction even faster. So this principle also implies to finding your motivation. So like, for example, I want to get my diploma, but you surround yourself with those people who is always in the mall, trying to shop without even studying. So do you think you will be able to get the diploma pretty soon? You might get the diploma, but it would take so much time. It would take years, believe me, guys. So the fourth tip is don't set yourself up for failure. So one of the biggest killers of motivation is continually setting goals that are unrealistic, or I would say lack a certain level of passion. So when you do this, you set yourself up for failure, which will cause you to lose motivation over time. So don't be afraid of failure. There's nothing wrong with failing something. So all we have to do is to stand up, go ahead and try, venture yourself in any opportunities. So there's no harm on trying. It's good to try than missing that opportunity in order for you to grow. Always remember that every day is an opportunity to grow. All we have to do is to have that right mindset in order for us to have something or to see a change within ourselves. And lastly, of course, stop, recharge, and enjoy life. So I know life is meant to be lived. It's wonderful to see a lot of goals, but it can quickly become more exhausting if you never stop to enjoy and reflect on what you have accomplished. So don't forget to take time out of your busy schedule to enjoy life. There's no point trying to have it all if you can't enjoy it. So we sometimes when there's a lot on our plate, it's hard for us to balance our schedule. It's hard for us to, it's hard, our focus is being lost in all of a sudden. Like for example, you're working full time, you have a lot of online classes, so it can be mentally exhausting, physically exhausting. So all you have to do is to stop, recharge, and enjoy. And at the end of the day, all you have to do is to wake up and start a new day. Next, please. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of my talk. I hope that you guys have learned something from me. So do you have any questions?
So we do have a question. When you received your associate degree, when you will receive your associate degree from Harvard College, would you be considered an LVN?
Oh, that's a good question. But LVN is pretty much a different. Oh, thank you for that question. LVN is the completely different program. I will be receiving a associate degree in math and natural sciences, and that would consider as a pre-nursing requirement in order for me to have that associate degree in nursing. Because for me to be able to get that associate degree in nursing, it would take, I would say, 3 more semesters. So after 3 more semesters, I will take NCLEX, NCLEX RN. And after that, once I've passed it, I will go ahead and get my bachelor's. So LVN is completely a different program. So for example, you're trying to pursue a registered nurse or RN. Just a tip, LVN is a completely different program. Like for example, LVN to RN, all you have to do is you will start from this very first step. Like there's an advantage because they give you guys points, they give you guys credits of being an LVN to RN. So it's just a matter of chances of transferring to any universities that you want. But no, I'm not receiving any LVN certification. I'm just receiving a certification, getting my associate degree as a pre-nursing requirement to get that ADN or associate degree in nursing.
Cyrus, I'm sorry. This is Veronica. I think you broke up a little bit and I didn't quite hear your explanation. So you're saying LVN is a different path? It's a different set of classes that you have to take?
Yes, LVN is a different path and different classes that you have to take. It's completely different because it's some of them were the same. I would say the fundamentals of nursing, but how it goes, the classes are completely different. Because LVN is more focused on wound care, giving medications, but RN, as they have told me in the nursing department of LA Harbor College, they taught you some ways on how to work in a real hospital. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so another question we have, is about the GPA. So what kind of GPA will you need? Specifically, they asked for the GPA for LVN, but I know you probably know more so for the RN. So can you provide an idea of what that GPA would be for in order to enter the nursing program?
All right, thank you. Okay, that's a good question. Excellent question. So it depends on the college institution that you're trying to apply at. So at Torrance, at LA Harbor College, the I would say the competitive GPA in order for you to get in with with their LVN program at low cost is at least 375. 3.75 GPA. At Cal State Long Beach Nursing, they only accept 3.9 GPA. It's very competitive. That's what actually one of my fears applying to their nursing program, because it will take so much effort. So that's why I cannot emphasize with these guys enough. Do your best in taking all of your classes. Even that's only physical education, try to get an A, because the minimum, I would say the minimum is 2.0, but that's not gonna get you in with the nursing program. You can get 2.0, pass the classes, get your certification, okay, but you cannot, it's not guaranteed that you will be able to get in with the nursing program. At least, I would say 3.5. But the competitive GPA in LVN and RN is 3.75. At Cal State Long Beach, I've heard it's 3.9.
Hey Cyrus, you spoke a little bit about the class. Okay, so can you explain what kind of classes you kind of have to take before the nursing program?
All right, that's a good question. In Harbor College, we have to take physiology, both lab and lecture, microbiology, both lab and lecture, chemistry, organic chemistry, anatomy, physiology, lifespan physiology, sociology, and of course, those general ed requirements: English 101, English 102, political science, history, arts and arts. It depends on what you want. You can take arts, you can take theater, but you just have to have that 60 transferable units. 60. So whatever, okay, so like for example, you are trying to apply at a certain college, you have to speak with a counselor. Make sure that all of your classes that you're taking is what you need. Don't take extra classes. I know sometimes it's good to, you know, take guitar lessons, but as just a piece of advice, just take whatever you need. Don't waste so much time. So if you just need anatomy, why would you take another science class? If you just need physiology, why would you take this class? So just take whatever you need. So I actually have a list. I hope I could provide that with you guys. Like for example, on what you're trying to pursue. If you're trying to pursue LVN, I have the list of the classes that you need to take. But that's something that you can talk with your counselor. Yeah, they are pretty much helpful about it.
And Cyrus, you said, does that, the classes you take, does that depend on the four-year college you're going to transfer to?
Yes, it all depends on the four-year college that you're going to transfer to. Like for example, I'm trying to transfer in Cal State Long Beach. So I have to follow their track. They have this code I get C form, and you have to follow those tracks. So each class, it would indicate CSU or UC transferable. If that indicates, you can actually take that class and, you know, goes on there.
Mm-hmm. How did you know what college, four-year college, you wanted to transfer to?
That's a good question. So honestly, based on the college university fair that we have in LA Harbor College, like every month we have these representatives coming from Cal State University, UCLA, USC, and they kind of like present their program what programs are available within their specific school, and that made me decide to choose Cal State Long Beach. And as you research, Cal State Long Beach is one of the best competitive nursing school in California. That's why it's very competitive. I'm doing my best. Like 3.9 is not a joke. It's not a joke. If you're trying to have the 3.9 GPA, all you have to do is all A's, 1B. I would say that's the 3.9.
And
So hard.
yesterday we had Sylvia on, and she mentioned that the community college have, I guess, an agreement with the UC schools and the state schools in terms of admitting students. So if you keep your GPA and you have good grades, are you guaranteed admission to the college?
Yes, you're guaranteed admission to the college. We have this so-called, for example, if you're trying to like Sylvia, she's trying to get in, I believe, UCLA or UC Irvine. So we have this so-called USC tag, transfer admission guarantee. So you have to apply within a specific period of time. For example, like 2 weeks, you have to apply for that tag admission. Transfer admission guarantee. So if you have good grades, you have done some volunteer works, you have done some extracurricular activities, that made your resume strong. So all you have to do is make that resume stronger. So our goal is to impress. I would say this term, I would use that term, but our goal is to impress someone who will review our application. So we definitely have to get that good grades.
And Xyrus, if I'm a student here at Torrance Adult School and I'm just working on getting like my high school diploma or preparing for the high set, what do you think I need to be aware of at this level?
All right. So at this level, you need to improve your I would say academics wise, you need to improve your writing and reading skills. Those two things were some of the challenging part of college. You do a lot of writing, you do a lot of reading. So you need to take advantage of Miss Sharon's class. Miss Sharon is a very, very good teacher. She will prepare you for college. So take advantage. Don't neglect those opportunities that she's giving you guys. Those would definitely help you in becoming successful in college.
And I just want to know. I just want to make the audience aware. And Xyrus, you're not aware of this, but we have another teacher, Armando, who has taken Miss Sharon's place this year, and he's also an excellent teacher and can guide you toward preparing for college.
Yes, thanks for letting me know. I actually took my US history and US government with Mr. Armando Chavez. As a matter of fact, it's my first time taking US history last year, and I sent him an email. Hey, Mr. Armando, can you go ahead and help me find resources in order for me to make this assignment? And boom, 10 minutes. He sent me those resources that would help me pass the assignment, and I got 100. So being able to have that connection with your instructors is very important.
And Xyrus, what about math? Is math important as well?
On my career, statistics, I only need to take a statistics class. So having that idea or having that knowledge on how to do basic math is very important, because in statistics you do a lot of calculations, math, subtraction, addition and division. So if you're trying to pursue nursing, only statistics. And on, like, for example, El Camino, LA Harbor, they kind of like gave you an assessment, and they will give you the right, like, for example, you took the test and it will give you the right placement of where you at. Like, for example, I took the test and it was average. They will place me to, I would say, math 227, which is statistics, or lower than that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody have any questions?
And we have another question. It sounds like you moved very fast through the program at TES to obtain your high school diploma. What is I guess the question is, what if you need help with, if you need a tutor? Sorry, I was just trying to get a sense of the question. Oh, so I guess the question is basically like what helped you get through it so fast? You know, did you have a tutor? Or what kind of resources were available to you to help you get through it?
All right, so every semester I was taking 12 units, 2 online classes. I would reading class, if you guys know about reading class, and algebra A. So all in all, that's, I would say, 9 units and plus the reading class. But what made me graduate so fast? Probably every semester I was already taking the HiSET exams. Like for example, on my first semester at Torrance Adult School, I was able to pass 2 classes, and I remember it was reading and writing. I was able to pass those 2, and I was like, oh God, thank you. And next semester, I was able to pass another 2 classes, and before I graduate, I was able to pass history. So all you have to do is maximize. If you don't have that maximum workload at work, go ahead and enroll to more classes. So they're kind of like, you know, it's manageable. If I can do it, you can do it. So I don't have any tutors that time. My only tutor was Veronica. She's my only tutor. I would always come to her office. Like, Veronica, do I have any progress? What was Miss Sharon's tell you? Do you have any resources that I need to review in order for me to pass the HiSET exam? And she gave me this Kaplan, this thick book. It contains 5 courses: history, reading, math, writing, and the other social studies. So it's Kaplan. That is very effective. I have reviewed that book in a span of 1 month, prepared myself, and thank God I was able to pass the HiSET exam.
Yeah, it was the Kaplan HiSET review book that you use. I think, but I do want to point out, Xyrus, that you are a bit unique in the fact that you kind of take on a full workload, and you are an inspiration. You normally, most of our students on average take 1 or 2 classes because they are also parents and they're working full time. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it, of course. You know, you have to learn to, obviously you know how to manage your time very well. So that's a very good skill to have.
Yes, definitely.
Any more questions for Xyrus on the nursing program or anything else?
Doesn't look like we have any more questions in the chat.
Okay, so I'm just going to go to the next slide. Okay, so here's our last slide, or our next slide. So Xyrus, it sounds like you're here to help.
Yeah, so I'm here to help. I have input my phone number over there, my email. So if you guys are trying to, you know, I am having a hard time passing the HiSET, do you have any advices? And I will be more than happy to reply you guys back. And for the HiSET prep, I tutor general math and life sciences. If you guys need help with those, I'm here to help. So follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Shoot me a message, give me your availability, and we'll talk from there.
And yeah, and I just also want to point out that you can also contact Xyrus through Student Support Services if you just kind of missed the information. We don't want to overwhelm Xyrus with a lot of our students just yet, but we can definitely guide you toward more information. And Xyrus, I think we want to work on another presentation for students on preparing for the HiSET, which will, his tips and tricks on how to pass the HiSET. So we're going to be working on a presentation for that fairly soon.
Yes.
Okay, so go to the next slide. Okay.
So yeah, that's just a quote to end this talk. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, not the goal. And that's something that I will, you know, let you guys reflect on.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was very informative to know all the details that are involved in, I guess, preparing for the nursing program. I mean, you have to prepare at the Torrance Adult School with strong reading and writing.
Definitely.
And then you just have to make sure that you are able to handle all the workload and time management. So I want to thank you for that. And thank you. And I just want to point out that Xyrus says he was at work, but he is on a break. So he so he is on his lunch break, and he's willing to do this presentation with us. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome, guys.
Have a great rest of your day, and we will be talking again soon.
All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you for joining me.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.